This is a cool setting, right? I walked to this playground, so now I can talk here. Hello. Can't really see very well, but I did my makeup. It's a new style, and I don't know if I'm good at this style or if it looks good on me. But I did this in like 5 or 10 minutes, and it doesn't matter because no one will really see it anyway. It's 9 p.m. I just walked 10 minutes to this playground. I should be inside, and I shouldn't be alone. But I came home from school early. I said I was gonna sleep because I'm tired, and I said I was tired, and I am tired, but I didn't sleep. I just doom scrolled for 8 hours. So I thought maybe I should just at least get a little bit of exercise in me. Oh, hold on. Let me sit on the slide area. This is fun, right? Today I want to talk about how I don't think I'm ever gonna get better mentally. You know that one graph where it's like, it's over, we're so back. It's over, we're so back, it's over. I'm in that it's so over kind of one. And every time it's over, I feel like I hit new lows. Like I hit bedrock, and then next time I return, I make sure to bring like a shovel or something. And then my highs are never just really that high. I guess I can look forward to graduation though. Prom was definitely one of the worst things that happened to me this year. And it's all completely my fault. Let's see. Prom was about a week ago. And I know the ticket was $80. And I know I bought my dress already. But it was low-key the worst prom I've ever had. And then I still wish, or I still regret going. Okay. Here's what happened. We got early dismissal, so after third period ended, we all got to come home early. I actually got to watch a little bit of JoJo's with my friend. They put me on. And then after like an hour of watching, I was like, oh, I should probably get ready for prom soon, because around that time it was already noon. And I was supposed to meet my friends for photos at like 3:30ish. So I started getting ready, right? And of course, it's the order. You go clothes, you go makeup, and then you go hair. Who was gonna tell me that binge eating the past month would make me gain weight and not fit into my dress as well? That's embarrassing. That was really embarrassing, and that probably took like a whole 2 hours in itself to fix. I don't really want to go into depth of it, but because it's embarrassing. But just know that since prom a week ago, I am now like 4 pounds down, because holy shit. I can't do that again. And I have to be skinny for summer. And I have to stop binge eating all the time. That's another problem though. And then when I'm struggling to fit into my dress, I fought with my mom. And she was yelling at me for being irresponsible, for not fitting in the dress. Which is totally valid. I can't really argue against her for that. But it did make me want to not even go anymore. I still did though, because it would have been a waste of money. And then I feel like that would have been something she would have been even more mad at me for. But fast forward, I meet my friends, and then their parents drive us to the area where we're taking prom pictures with other classmates from our school. Tell me why everyone is skinny AF except me. That's something I have to work on. I don't know how to curb my food noise though. It's pretty unfortunate. You know what else was unfortunate? Getting like brutally weight mogged and makeup mogged because I rushed my makeup too. In every single photo, I can't even look at last week's in my photo gallery because I look so bad. I just can't bear to look at myself. I'm pretty sure, like, of course, I took a couple of photos because my friends wanted me to. I didn't take any solo photos. I don't have any photos to share, and people have been, like, my friends have been asking me when I'm gonna post prom. I'm not posting prom. I don't have photos, and even if I did, I look horrible and like disgusting in them. So that really bruised my ego a lot. I wish I could ignore the food noise and eat like a normal amount, but for me it's like one extreme or another, where I can't either I'm like starving or I eat until like I'm painfully full and I just regret it either way. So that's something I have to fix later. Another issue, I accidentally stood up my prom date because I was kind of following my friend's plans, and apparently we were going to 2 places to take photos. And I know this was such a terrible week already, outside of like how I felt the hours before, that I was so geeked out of my mind. There was nothing I was only thinking about like, wow, I want to go home. I don't want to go to prom. I look terrible in these pictures, and I look terrible and I feel terrible. I just want to go home. And oops, he's my friend though. I also thought he didn't really want to go with me, so I thought I didn't know it was that big of a deal, but apparently he was upset when he called me, and I apologized, of course. I have to apologize, so I apologized. I didn't know what was going on. We didn't plan it. Like, we didn't even get the boutonniere and corsage stuff, so I thought he didn't think it was that serious, or like I didn't think he wanted to take photos with me either way. Yeah, so I feel bad for that. At the actual prom venue, things didn't really get much better. We arrived at the prom venue and my feet were already hurting because the places we took photos were either straight concrete on my heels or like hilly terrain, which is not great for my feet. And then what happened after was we were one of the first people to get in, so me and my friend group sat down, like claimed a table, and then my other friend group, like from my other friends from school, also sat down and claimed a table near us. And we were all starving, so we all got food. I will admit, after that incident with the dress and me feeling horribly like a pig in lipstick, I did not get much to eat. So I probably wasted some money there, but whatever. Finished eating, and then people were more starting to settle in, and people got onto the dance floor. I myself did not go on the dance floor, not even a single time. I'm not that kind of person. I don't enjoy it. I wasn't in the mood for it, and I just wanted to go home. I actually cried instead, which was great. I should have brought my headphones or something because it was so loud, and I mean my earbuds, because they have noise canceling even if it's not as strong as headphones. I kind of camped out in the bathroom, and I cried, I crowed. I was also on my period, which was not great. But I will say the venue had amazing bathrooms. Like, the ambience was nice. There was like, what do you call it? There were like the vanity stuff, like the vanity desks. And there were mirrors, and then there were seats. And there were also free tampons and pads, which I thought was great because I didn't bring mine. So I cried very, very silently, very petite, very... You know when you're like in a bad mood and you're trying not to cry, and then someone keeps asking you if you're okay, and then that just makes you want to cry even more and makes it harder to hold back the tears? That kept happening. So I kept excusing myself to the bathroom to cry. I mostly distracted myself for the rest of the prom, like, venue time. There was like a photo booth, so I got to do a couple things there. I also brought a cardigan, and I put it over my shoulders and arms to cover myself up so I wouldn't look as fat. I took a couple selfies at the end, but other than that, I didn't really take any photos. I have, like I said before, I have like barely any photos of myself, and then the ones I do have, I look so terrible in them that they're actually not seeing the light of day ever. They're just for my eyes only, unless I somehow stop being insecure someday. Right. There were a couple friends I wanted to take photos with that I didn't really get to. First of all, because I thought I was in the mood where I felt like I wasn't really part of their friend group, so I didn't. And second of all, one of my best friends, I thought we were going to go with each other for prom, and then he actually went with someone else, which is totally his jurisdiction, and I'm not gonna say he couldn't or anything. So that kind of bummed me out, and I was kind of avoiding him during prom. Oopsies. So sorry if you're seeing this. I'm not in a good mood. I've been so exhausted after that. I don't know if it just drained all the social battery out of me. So ever since that Friday, I've just been like I feel like a corpse just walking. Like, no matter how much sleep I get, I'm just so exhausted at school. I think one day I slept for 13 hours. I slept at 6 p.m. and then I barely managed to wake myself up at 7 a.m. Dog. What? It's not like I slept through anything, it's not like I woke up in the middle and then went back to sleep either. It was just 13 hours straight. And because I was sleeping in class, my teacher even asked me, and she was probably pissed at me for it, but she was like, "Why do you always sleep?" Oops. I can't see the moon tonight. It's too cloudy of an evening. And most of the lighting I'm getting is from like the street lamps on the side. It's also getting kind of cold. These are my Crocs. I didn't wear socks. I didn't wear anything thick actually. It's just this kind of thin sweater, these sweatpants, then a bottle of water. I don't think I'm getting better anytime soon. I have medicine, but I also don't want to get better, if that makes sense. I feel like I've been in this mindset of like isolation, and I've already kind of accepted that I won't ever get better for so long that that's just my default. And it's it's comfortable to know where I think I belong. And even if that position isn't something that I would necessarily want for myself, it's just nice to know and accept and not have to always question what I am. In terms of other people and my relationships with them, I guess. Well, I do want to improve though, how chopped I am compared to them. So maybe we'll go on a diet or something. We'll cut a little bit. I'll learn how to actually do my makeup for once. I'll try to fix my voice, I don't know. And then I'll also try... Plastic surgery is always an option. If nothing else, I'll just save enough. I know I'm going in circles, but I'm just so exhausted and I feel so tired, and all I want to do is just disappear from here, go somewhere foreign where nobody knows me, and then kind of just chill out, reset for a little while. That's what I was planning to do this summer after I graduated. And I was under the impression I would be traveling alone, but then some of my family members are actually coming, so I can't have that, I guess. I have like antidepressants too. But then those also come with other side effects that I don't know if I want to deal with right now. I don't know if it's a good time to deal with them. Oh. A car just passed by. I hope they didn't see me, because that would be really weird. What was I saying? I think I've hit a new low, and maybe it's the fatigue from the past 2 years catching up. But there's been so many things that happened in just such a short period of time. Not just from like prom. There were other factors too that made this week exponentially more worse. These past 2 weeks actually. But at least I'm like 4 pounds down. So maybe the next time I record I'll be a little skinnier.